Are we live? We're live. Please tell me we're live. Alright, we're live. Hey guys, it's Harley here, and pretty much one of my other videos is about a soul meme. So, a new art style was used, and pretty much, well, actually not a new art style. Pretty much, pretty much, pretty much, I'm live, as I said. It looks like someone's joined the stream. Alright, where is my videos? Here we are. Late night stream. Who's watch? Late night stream. Who's watch? Late night stream. Who's watch? Oh, hey, Malin. I didn't expect to see you here, man. But pretty much, I just got back from visiting my dad, so yeah, sorry if I sound like a bit groggy about, like, whatever it is, mostly. But if you ever think of it, it's probably someone like this, for example. Like, for example, if you had to choose between, I can't remember. It was similar, but I can't remember it that much. Darn it. Nah, well. Pretty much, Malin, thanks for joining in. And also someone else joined in. I don't know who it was. Whoever joined in, type hello in the comments or whatever. I don't really care. But pretty much, Malin, I want to say something first. Pretty much, thanks for joining the stream there, man. And second, if my voice sounds like a bit, let's just say low. It's just mostly, I don't know if I'm getting sick again or either my allergies are going on. Probably my allergies are going on. I don't know. But pretty much, I want to say something for 1 minute though. People remember how I did, like, for example, a whole thing just to remember. Like, hold on, let me just get up real quick. Hold on, let me just set down the phone. What's that? You know what, never mind. Alright, never mind. But, anyways, pretty much, hold on, let me just type in the chat. Alright, though. Alright. Pretty much, Malin, I just typed out a little message there. It said, type hello if you're in the stream, except for you, Malin, you already did that. But pretty much, if you had to put simply, though, pretty much, if you saw my other video, Malin, pretty much, I believe it was like a couple hours ago, pretty much, I was at my dad's, and I was just playing on my Xbox, because why not? And pretty much, I was gonna play some Gears of War 2, like the Horde mode or something, and pretty much, I just went and showed my avatar. Let me show you the video real quick. And gotta play some Xbox. And pretty much, some other people also did that as well. Xbox Live is a huge thing now. Pretty much, well, not really a huge thing. It's kind of similar to other, kind of similar, you know. But pretty much, my other one was, I believe, similar to this, but I think, I don't know. Let me show you the video. Hold on. Not on Xbox Live yet, but I play some Gears of War 2. I'll show you my avatar real quick. Here it is. This is my avatar. I play on 360. There's my Xbox right there. Skylanders right over here. Yes, I play that. Here. This is my avatar in case you want to create me. Just stare at the camera. Anyways, watch this. Let me just get my controller. This is a custom controller I was given by one of my family members, which is yeah, and I thought, and I got 5. You don't want to be in camera? Okay then. It says 5 views so far, which I'm surprised by. I'm surprised by it has 5 views already in under, like, 7 hours. I don't know why, but... Like, 7 hours, I don't know why, but... I'm guessing people like Xbox more than... I'm guessing the people watched either like Xbox more than PS4. I don't know, I'm kind of similar to that extent, you know? But... anyways, let's just continue watching. I don't really care either way. Ah, someone's calling. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Pretty much, my, mom called. But, pretty much, my mother called. Sorry about that. But, pretty much, it was mostly my mother called, and pretty much, I'm sorry about that, Malin. But, just, hold on a flippin' minute. Just give me a minute. I want to invite my friend Pokey here. Pretty much, he commented on my latest video when I gave an update about all my channels so far. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. But, shit, damn it. There we go. Sorry. Pretty much, I clicked on the wrong thing, or tapped on the wrong thing, since I'm streaming this on my phone, as always. But, anyways, Malin, I need to ask, but how you doing? How are you doing, my friend? Yes, but how you doing? How are you doing? How you doing? I just want to ask though, because mostly I've been okay recently. It's just mostly just my voice is going from probably just me speaking. I don't know, but apparently my voice is going because mostly though I don't really care either way. Yeah, I've been good too. It's just my voice has been going. You could probably tell when we head to school tomorrow, because my voice has been going, probably from me yelling so much, or maybe me even like commentating, because it's pretty much I was playing a lot of Gears of War 2 today on Horde mode, and pretty much I just had way too much fun playing it. It's just yesterday when I was just playing on my Xbox. I would sometimes commentate over the game, even though I don't really play it on camera. But pretty much, it's just every single time sometimes I would commentate to myself, and pretty much I would always try to get in like a high place where the locusts can't get me. Like, for example, on the multiplayer map day 1, pretty much there's like some sort of like railing. You can go on the roof, and pretty much you can pretty much just snipe all the locusts up there. And I'm talking about Gears of War 2, not Gears of War like 5 or 4 or 3, but or 1 in that matter. Because mostly I just play Gears of War 2 the most since I like it more, just because it has a single player and like player against AI thing. But pretty much as I was saying, pretty much on the map day 1, the player can like get up to like some sort of roof with stairs or something, and pretty much I would normally just get up there and just snipe all the bot locusts, and pretty much snipe them off either way. Like, try to snipe them off as best I can. Sure, some locusts get up there because, well, there's stairs, and pretty much my tactic is mostly to survive the longest. It's just to try to get up there and watch carefully on the stairs the way I got up there, and to hold off, take cover behind like the wall on that roof, and just snipe off the locusts down there as well. So pretty much that was pretty much my tactic, and pretty much I would sometimes go down just to get ammo and other stuff, mostly just get other weapons like a sniper rifle, like that one-shot sniper rifle that just has one shot, then you reload, one shot, then you reload. It's like, that's a really good weapon if you're trying to snipe them, like when you're trying to snipe other players that you're playing online, or the other enemy bots if you're playing on local multiplayer like I am. But since mostly I don't have Xbox Live yet, I used to, but pretty much it got canceled somehow because mostly, I'll explain. Pretty much back last year during Christmas, I got Xbox Live as a Christmas present. Xbox Live Gold, and it was on a good deal. It was like $1 to join. It was like $1 because they were I'm guessing they were holding like some sort of Christmas thing or something, and they said you can join Xbox Live Gold for like $1. And pretty much I would play online a lot, mostly trying to make new friends. But pretty much I didn't have a mic, so pretty much I would chat via messages on there, and pretty much thanks to the state of Illinois being broke, and pretty much and thanks to the cost of like heating, electricity, food, well, not really food, gas and water, pretty much, and the cost of being on Xbox Live per month, it would equal up to $1,000 a month. I'm actually not joking. According to my father, who actually set up my Xbox Live profile for me, pretty much I asked him why my Xbox Live was gone. Pretty much, he said that mostly the costs were way too high, and I was like, how high? And he said mostly he added up the costs of electricity, water, heating, and a bunch of other stuff that you would have to pay bills for, plus the cost of Xbox Live to keep Xbox Live per month, and pretty much, and the taxes being really high here in Illinois, and that equals to $1,000 per month. So I was like, oh, okay, and I haven't gotten Xbox Live since. Might go back, might do it again when I when the taxes in Illinois get like, you know, like lower, because pretty much I would always say something about that mostly. Like, probably like um probably when the costs in Illinois get lower, or probably when I move, like when I'm around like high school or college. Because I think from what I heard, I think Alabama has like one of the lowest like costs for bills per month. Since from what I heard, it's like one of the uh one of the what was it? Oh yeah, it's like one of the poorest states in like in the country of the U.S. From what I heard, and pretty much it's like and it's like a and it has one of the cheapest like bills. So pretty much it won't balloon up to like $1,000. It would like balloon to way less that. So probably around like, I don't know, a couple $100. I don't know. I don't know basic economics when it comes to uh like bills for the state and all that. I don't really know some of that crap. But pretty much though, to put it simply though, if you had to choose for if you had to choose between like doing hold on. Shit, damn it. Tried to load it fast. There we go. But pretty much, here's the thing though. It's it's always like a thing that economics are kind of like the weird thing though. But here's the thing. Pretty much economics are kind of like crazy.
It's the thing. Pretty much.
Pretty much you gotta ask between different people and different people, and it varies on other people mostly. I can kind of make sense of that, but pretty much thanks the U.S. government for that though. But pretty much here's the thing though. Uh, if you had to guess between if you had to choose between damn it, I'm becoming brain dead. But pretty much, well, not really. I'm not becoming brain dead. I'm just kidding. But pretty much, here's the thing though. Pretty much, you pay your parents pay like very high for the bills on a house in Kelowna, right? Because mostly, it's gonna. I mean, it's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be because mostly because the state's broke. I don't know. Yeah, because the state's broke because it wasted all its money because of Bruce Rauner. You can think pretty much. Here's the thing though. You can thank Bruce Rauner for wasting our money on crap that Illinois didn't need. Pretty much, you can thank Bruce Rauner for that mostly. I'm not trying to get political and shit, but pretty much, I don't want to be political, but if you had to choose between if you had to choose between okay, pretty much if you had to choose, okay, here's a pop quiz for you. If you had to choose between Xbox or PlayStation or both, which one would you choose? I mean, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to make you choose sides. I just want to ask. I like both a lot, but I do play on PlayStation. Well, both. It doesn't really matter what you play on, Malin. It's just mostly I do like both Xbox and PlayStation, but I just play on Xbox more because the buttons are more. The buttons on an Xbox controller are I am more used to when you because imagine this, if I were to come over to your house or something and we were playing like PlayStation 4, and pretty much sometimes I would get confused a little. You could you would probably tell because of my facial expression, and pretty much I'll be like, man, sometimes the buttons on a PlayStation controller can can be hard to get used to because I'm more used to Xbox. But pretty much, I like both a lot. Don't get me wrong, but pretty much I'm just more used to an Xbox controller than a PlayStation controller. It's just mostly because three reasons. One, as I said earlier, the buttons are more how am I gonna say this? Yeah, pretty much I don't really struggle at all because I'm more used to Xbox than PlayStation. But anyways, here's the thing though. I like Xbox more. I play on Xbox a lot because one, the buttons are more like easier to understand. Pretty much, if you're an Xbox fan and you play on a PlayStation, you don't know what buttons what. Pretty much, and pretty much here's the thing though. Back when I was like little, pretty much I used to play on PlayStation a lot, especially with the PS2, which I think is one of the best selling consoles of all time, if I can remember from memory. Yeah, it is because mostly I think I looked it up at one point. I looked up on Google is the PlayStation 2 one of the best selling consoles of all time? And pretty much according to one website, apparently yes. But pretty much I had a PS2 and pretty much it's just I remember darn it. Hold on. Alright. I remember like the the intro so well. It was like it was like one of the most satisfying intros. It was like it was like so like like um satisfying. It was like it just felt like you're in for a good time. Like I'll show you this the video. Freddie Mercury gets trapped in a slide and calls out for Mama in a minute. But pretty much, I'm gonna search this for 1 minute. Just give me a minute. Alright. PS2 startup. But printers, if you haven't seen the PS2 startup thing yet, right, I'll show you. I'll show you it. Just give me a minute. Okay, so pretty much what you looked at was pretty much a oh, I used the old one. So pretty much it shaped both of our childhoods. But pretty much as I was gonna say, um pretty much the PlayStation 2 actually shaped half my childhood and as long as yours. Pretty much I love doing whatever during like a like doing commentary on like consoles from my childhood and principally from anyone else's who owned a games console back when they were little. And mind you, just like anyone else that we know from our school, pretty much we didn't really grow up in the 90s. Pretty much we weren't 90s kids. We were early 2000s kids. Pretty much as back to the topic at hand. Pretty much I used to play that PlayStation 2 a lot. And I mean a lot. Pretty much I every time I would go back to my house from the house I currently live in, pretty much come back to my house, and I was living in East Moline at the time, and pretty much it was like way before I even met you or even knew you, Malin. But pretty much I used to love playing on this thing. And pretty much every time I would leave that house, I would, well, not really, but it didn't really happen. Alright, go take your time on that. I'll be waiting right here. We're still live streaming it in case you... I'll wait for you. I'll be right here if you need me. Meanwhile, I'm gonna look at some memes. So many memories. I love playing this thing. Who's watching? Watching. Alright, I'll just wait here then. Meanwhile, I'm gonna look at some memes. Mama, ooh, where is it? Here it is.
'Cause I'm having a good time. Yes, I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all. Oh, mama. Ooh, caught in a slide. No escape from reality. Hey, hey, hey!
Lol. 'Cause I'm having a good time. Mama.
My name is Sarah Connor.
Some games just don't belong on a store shelf, be it physical or digital. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 controversial games removed from Steam. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at a handful of games that had so many problems they were forced to be pulled from the Steam store pages. Keep in mind, we're only considering
'Cause
games
I'm
that have had
having a
official
good
releases,
time.
so Active Shooter escapes the list by the skin of its teeth.
Some even creating a petition on change.org demanding the video game be pulled. The petition garnered hundreds of thousands of signatures.
Number 10, Abstractism. After hearing about this little incident, we've grown a little more cautious of buying cheap games. Abstractism was a simple platformer that aimed to market toward players looking for an easy game. On the contrary, there was more inside of the game's files. Turns out, the game was part of a scheme to turn players' computers into cryptocurrency mines, designed to scam players with fake DLC for other games. Developer Ocalo Union tried passing these files off as necessities to start the game, but this wasn't fooling anybody, and the game was swiftly delisted minutes after the news broke. Number 9, Pickled Rick. Just because it's a joke played out by thousands doesn't mean you can make a game out of it, especially if the joke involves a copyrighted character. In November 2017, a developer by the name of Ada Berdyev uploaded a beat-em-up game called Pickled Rick, piggybacking off the Pickle Rick joke from a certain sci-fi cartoon.
Can you move? Can you fly? Wouldn't be much of a pickle if I could.
Despite getting attention from some big-named YouTubers, Berdyev was quickly given a notice from Steam that his game was to be removed due to copyright infringement. Berdyev argued that the game fell under fair use, claiming the game was a parody. Regardless, the game was taken down.
I'm Pickle Rick!
Number 8. Darkspore.
Ah, shit, damn it.
Right now, when you get a $5 double chalupa box, you can enter for a chance to win a Taco Bell Xbox One X with an Elite Series 2 controller.
We were... I got caught robbing a house. Oh, no, I'm guilty. No, man.
Rarely has there been a time where a game is so bad that the publisher has to pull the game themselves. Such was the case with EA's action RPG, Darkspore. When the game launched, it was plagued with bugs that would cause players to lose their saved characters, that is, if you could even log in. Oh, and did we mention the game required a constant online connection? Just like SimCity, 2 years after release, EA finally announced it would be delisting the game from Steam while assuring fans it would return sometime in the future. Spoiler alert, it hasn't.
Zelem's Nexus is under siege. Future targets are unknown. Prepare for battle.
Number 7. 007 Legends. This was perhaps Bond's worst outing since the Timothy Dalton days. In an effort to ride the coattails of GoldenEye's successful remaster, Activision released 007 Legends, and it was nothing more than a highlight reel of iconic Bond moments, albeit in the form of a terrible video game.
On to MI6. I think there's more to Goldfinger's operation than we thought. I'm going to investigate.
Combat was unbelievably boring and tedious, and the entire experience was about as shoddy as Die Another Day. Could you believe they wanted to charge $60 for this? Activision released no statement on the game's removal, which led many to believe the game's failure caused the publisher to delist all 007 games from Steam. It's a plausible theory that may not be confirmed for a long time.
Can I help you?
I want to know what you're up to with Goldfinger.
That's none of your business.
Number 6, Raccoon Hero. Steam Greenlight wasn't exactly a great platform for indie developers, and it was easy to exploit some of the flaws in the system. For example, users could upload as many games as they wanted to without any fees or consequences. One such convict of this deed was a puzzle game called Raccoon Hero. Within 2 weeks of the first game, Raccoon Hero spawned 4 sequels, adding to the already massive flood of horrendous games clogging Steam. It was also found out for being an asset flip. Basically, this was a game that was copied and pasted. Number 5, Right to Hell.
The baby dragon has greedily snacked at all the treasures.
Oh, fuck off, man.
Hell, Retribution. Even though it's been 5 years, we're still shaking our heads. Right to Hell Retribution was one of the worst games of 2013, and for good reason. Bugs, 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 awkward sex scene, bugs, 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 another awkward sex scene, and the cycle continues. Publisher Deep Silver. And for good reason. Bugs, 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 awkward sex scene, bugs, 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 another awkward sex scene, and the cycle continues. Publisher Deep Silver never released an official statement for its removal, but we can only assume one thing. No one was buying it because everyone knew how awful it was, and it wasn't even laughably bad.
Swear to God, I'd rather be polishing boots than sit through this crap.
Number 4, Wild Buster, Heroes of Titan. It's not often that you'll come across an MMORPG that looks surprisingly solid, which is what makes this all the more disappointing.
I guess some of these kids might be something someday, if they keep their eyes on the king and stay out of my way.
The game wasn't pulled because of being abysmal in quality or suffering technical issues, nothing as damning as some of the other entries on this list. Instead, it was pulled because developer Incel Games was caught manipulating review scores. Employees of Incel Games were asked by their CEO in an email to buy the game and post positive review scores on Steam, or else they may not have a job. When the news broke, Steam terminated Incel Games' Steam account and removed Wild Buster from the store. What a shame. Number 3, Day 1, Gary's Incident. And here we have one of the most infamous games to ever disgrace the platform. After the late John Bain, aka Total Biscuit, criticized Day 1, Gary's Incident, for its buggy state and terrible quality, developer Wild Games Studio filed a DMCA takedown on the video in an effort to silence him. This did the exact opposite, prompting Bain to upload another video showing the takedown while delivering more criticism.
Today I'd like to talk to you about someone that's not interested in consumer protection and created a game that any sane person would consider a terrible purchase.
The public outcry that followed would force Wild Games to retract the takedown. Soon after this incident, Wild Games was caught manipulating the game's score on Metacritic via fake accounts. No statement was made on the game's removal, but these scandals were probably its undoing. Number 2, Paranautical Activity. Paranautical Activity may be available to purchase, but for a time, the game was removed, and it was because of a few venomous tweets. After its October 2014 launch, the game's lead developer, Mike Malbec, became frustrated with Valve for mislabeling the game under early access. Amidst his frustration, he posted a series of angry tweets towards Valve, including a death threat against Valve CEO Gabe Newell. You can guess what happened next. Paranautical Activity was sold to a different developer, Digerati, who would add more to the game before releasing it to the public again in February of 2015. Since the incident, Malbec has expressed regret in his actions. No shit. Number 1, anything made by Digital Homicide. Digital Homicide hasn't become just a joke among Steam users, they're the laughingstock of the games industry. Throughout the company's 2-year lifespan, founders James and Robert Romine shelled out dozens and dozens of games, ranging from absolutely broken and sloppily cobbled together to outright offensive and juvenile content. The company would soon crumble the ability to take criticism. During their infamous lawsuit against Jim Sterling, the Romines attempted to sue over 100 Steam users on the grounds of personal injury over negative comments. Steam promptly responded by taking down their entire catalog and terminating their account. And since October 2016, the company is no more. Thank God for Jim Sterling. Do you agree with our...
Alright, it's 5th grade. I'm walking home from school with a few buddies of mine. One of those kids was a kid named David. Now, David was a kid that would always dare people to do stupid shit. I'll give you $10 if you make out with this dog turd for 10 seconds. You're on! Whoa, wait a minute, Michael. Holy hell. $10? He's 9 years old, for Christ's sake. David's never even seen $10 in his whole life. Don't be a dumbass. And when people didn't do these dares, well, then sometimes he'd just take matters into his own hands. And on this particular walk home from school, that's exactly what he did. He came up to us, and he whips out this little bottle of cologne from his pocket. And he's like, "You dare me to spray this in somebody's face?" And we're like, "Wait a minute, what the hell is your 9-year-old ass doing with a bottle of cologne?" I know, I'm sure you got tons of chicks, left and right, doing your sweet bunny hops on your razor scooter. "You dare me to spray this in somebody's face or what?" Spray it in somebody's face? Why the hell would you? "Okay, I'll do it." And David just scampers off towards some kid I've never even seen before. Some kid just minding his own business, probably wondering what Animaniacs episode's gonna be on when he gets home. And David's just like, "Hey, you jabroni!" "What?" "Oh my God!" The poor kid just got like 47 cents worth of cheap cologne sprayed into his eyeballs. He's down on his knees screaming in agony, like Willem Dafoe in the end of Platoon. We're just standing there baffled, like what the hell is he doing? So we run after David to figure out why he assaulted this young man with a Scrappy-Doo book bag. We catch up to him in front of the porn shop. Yeah, we had a porn shop that was like 300 yards away from our elementary school. It was a little weird, a little uncomfortable. To walk past when you're going home. Do book bag. We catch up to him in front of the porn shop. Yeah, we had a porn shop that was like 300 yards away from our elementary school. It's a little weird, a little uncomfortable to walk past when you're going home. Sometimes we'd stand across the street, watch all the perverts go in and out of that place. "Oh, sick! Rocky's going in!" "Oh, God damn it!" So we catch up to David and we're like, "What the hell are you doing, you fucking terrorist? You guys dared me. We didn't dare you to blind a child, David. What the fuck?" And then all of a sudden, there's Scrappy-Doo Bookbag himself with his little sister. Eyes are all bloodshot and shit. Oh man, he looks pissed. Wait a minute, why is he looking at me? "Whoa, hey buddy, I didn't melt your goddamn eyeballs out of your head. Don't look at me." He's like ripping grass out of the earth with his bare hands to show that he's really, really mad, I guess. I'm like, "Oh shit, I've played Mike Tyson's Punch-Out before. He's gonna charge at me like bald bull." Like ripping grass out of the earth with his bare hands to show that he's really, really mad, I guess. I'm like, "Oh shit, I've played Mike Tyson's Punch-Out before. He's gonna charge at me like bald bull." I look over at David. He's got this dumbass smile on his face. Just completely alright with the situation that he's created, that he's not even fucking a part of anymore. "Look, I know you're upset, okay, but your eyeballs smell fantastic." "Too late. Fucking kid just starts darting right at me." So I do what comes natural. I get out of the fucking way, and the kid cracks his face on a tree that's right behind us. Blood starts gushing out of his face. He drops to his knees like Willem Dafoe at the end of Platoon. "Holy hell! That kid got beat up by a maple tree." I turn over to look at David, and where's David? He's sprinting his ass down the road. That's where he's at. So what the hell are we supposed to do with this bleeding child in the middle of the road? Well, I'll tell you what we did. We fucking followed David. Scrappy's sister's yelling shit from behind us. "I'm telling on you! You murdered my brother!" We never seen that poor kid again. That was it. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe the perverts in the porn shop, they probably got him. "Oh, there's a live one. Get him!" So here's to you, Scrappy-Doo Bookbag. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. I mean, if you can even fucking see anymore, that is. I'm sorry that David was such a dick, and your face was mutilated in 2 different ways. And I'm sorry that me and that maple tree made the best tag team duo since the Hardy Boys. Because their bikes had pegs on them. David, your ass can't even... Alright, when I was a kid, riding bikes was a big deal. Everybody in the neighborhood had a bike. Now, me personally, I had a mountain bike. But not just any mountain bike, it was a big-ass mountain bike. Shit looked like it was made for a 6'5" lumberjack. Like the size of the kickstand. I have to use a trampoline just to get on the damn thing. Now, most of my friends had BMX bikes. They all thought they were pretty sweet because their bikes had pegs on them. David, your ass can't even bunny hop. What do you think, you're Matt Hoffman? Is your ass gonna grind down some handrails or something? Then we had my friend Michael, who had the shittiest bike I ever seen in my life. He's over there rolling around on a bike from the 1920s. Who wants to get their ass beat in a race? Michael, nobody's gonna race you with your stupid-ass Charlie Chaplin bike. Now, the four of us would ride around our neighborhood pretty much all summer long. To us, we were like a shitty little biker gang. Hey, we're like a bunch of bikers. How about you guys call me Tomahawk? Michael, I'd rather shit broken glass.
Alright, I'm gonna have to end the stream, so I'm sorry.